Hey, what's up? What's going on? Anyways, I want to say hashtag missing DC girls, RIP Charlie Murphy. My name is Mary Jane. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Please like the video as well. It'll be greatly appreciated as well too from the bottom of my heart. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Basketball Wives, Season 6, Episode 1. It looks like it's going to be an interesting season, that it's going to get catty and catty and catty. There's going to be sides. It's going to be LA against the Miami crew. Friends are going to collide. So anyways, we're going to start off by talking about Evelyn. Evelyn is supposed to be on the real show. Basically, she's nervous and all that good stuff. And she's nervous with reading cue cards and all that good stuff. The teleprompter basically, and she's talking to Shawnee, and Shawnee's like, oh, I'm so glad to see you. They've been friends for over 15 years basically, and Evelyn lost 3 babies, and she's trying to have another baby right now as well. But only thing I would like to say is I'm sorry that she did lose her 3 babies, but I'm so sick of the reality shows with these women want to have babies. OMG. So anyways, but she's trying again with her current dude, and her current dude wants her to keep trying, and they're going to keep trying basically. Shawnee brings up, Tammy's going to be around because I'm having a 70s party. You're invited. I want you to go. I want you to be there. Basically, Evelyn saying she's not in for no mess. She's not in for no drama. She's not in for no fakeness. And Evelyn also says that when she sees Tammy, all she sees is darkness surrounding her. And she's always acting the same way. Isn't she pushing 50? Isn't she pushing 50? Basically, throwing shade at her right there about her age. But Tammy's happy to be 50. She ain't worried about it, and she looks good at 50, just like Cynthia looks good at 50. OMG. So anyways, they're having a mixer party, and basically it's a 70s theme for the 70 babies. Basically, and Evelyn wished that her and Tammy could have talked about things and could have kind of worked it out, but they haven't spoken to each other in like 4 years. Basically, Evelyn's been doing interviews and blah blah blah. Only time I seen Evelyn on TV was about Chad Okocinco, whatever. And that was about it, and I only watched half of it. Then we know Jackie, Doug has a new job. She's looking to move to Sacramento, California, looking at apartments with her daughter, Chantel, that's currently pregnant, and Blasine the third, and Jackie's being inappropriate as usual. She's in her house talking about, oh, Chantel, you can't sleep up here because you're going to hear me and your dad making love, or because I'm loud, maybe I might scream his name, maybe I won't scream his name. And her daughter Chantel's like, Mom, I don't want to hear that, like, come on, be quiet, basically. And so Jackie's telling her daughter that she needs to get married. Jackie's not too happy that her daughter is pregnant by a dude that's play on a basketball league overseas and all that other stuff, and she doesn't like where he's at, the location, Blasine the third. Chantel doesn't want to hear it. Basically, they bring up, Jackie brings up her other daughter's GoFundMe page because her grandson got burnt with water, basically, and she found out that Evelyn donated the whole amount, $3,500, so her grandson can get treated because he was burnt at daycare. I heard about this last year, but I really didn't go into it or whatever. A lot of people did reviews about it and talked about it. So anyways, that's truly and extremely embarrassing, because these lavish parties that Jackie throw, her and Doug, and all this other money that they flaunt, that their daughter could not get $3,500 for their grandson. As soon as they found out about it, fly up there. I'm like, what is good? Maybe the daughter didn't want the money from the parents. That could be it too as well, because obviously the daughter's never on the show. We don't see her, basically, or whatever. And there's been rumors that Jackie doesn't like her dark-skinned daughter because she's dark-skinned. I don't know if that's true. That's just the word on the streets. But anyways, so Jackie wants to confront Evelyn to find out if she did it from genuine of her heart. Was she genuine when she did it, or was she doing it just to be messy? Whatever. So anyways, Chantel says she don't care. She don't want nothing to do with it. She don't want to talk about no more drama because she's pregnant. So anyways, we're moving on from that. So Tammy meets up Tammy meets up with Shawnee, and Shawnee lets Tammy know that Evelyn is in town and she's currently having the same problem as you, trying to have a baby, basically. And so, Tammy's like, oh God, only thing I want from her is an apologies. Everything can work out between us if Evelyn apologized, basically. And that's all Evelyn really has to do, is just apologize to Tammy. They're gonna move forward, basically. So, Tammy talks about her and Reggie are still together. That one week they're trying, the next week they're not trying. So it is what it is, basically. And then, Tammy's just saying that, Evelyn went around town talking shit about her in interviews and all this other stuff when they could have hashed it out, talked to each other about it, but it didn't happen. And she felt that, Evelyn did a lot of shady stuff to her. Like, she was cool with her on the Miami show or whatever, but she waited to the last minute to tell her that she had sex with Kenny, basically. So, none of that really got hashed out, or they didn't talk about things, so it left a dead air. And then the show was canceled. We didn't see anybody else. So now they're back on Basketball Wives. And so we will see. Now, I guess they get to hash it out, either become friends or become enemies. But basically, I believe they're going to become friends, because we see the preview where it says is Miami against LA bitches. So we will see. So anyways, that's where we go from there. So it's like, okay. Hey, I guess, like, if you had a problem with somebody, you haven't seen them in 4 years, and now they're suddenly around you, I guess you have to hash that out and take care of that problem and start to ignore it, and then from there move forward. Basically, that's what it is. So basically, it is what it is. And, Tammy said the streets have been talking. And so this is funny. So anyways, we get Tammy. Tammy meets up. Tammy meets up with Jackie, and they're talking about the 70s party. Jackie is so happy about the 70s party or whatever, about Lane the Third. Then she finds out that Evelyn's going because Tammy tells her, and Tammy was like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna be fake, and all that other good stuff, that she said to Shawnee about everything or whatever. So Jackie was like, I need to talk to Evelyn, because I heard my DMs blew up that Evelyn donated $3,500, the full amount, to my grandson or whatever, and I just want to know if she did it from the bottom of her heart, and was she genuine about it, or was it some type of shade? And so then Tammy goes, Tammy's laughing, and she was like, yeah, I heard all about it. It was in the blogs, but she let Jackie spit out the information, basically. But the whole time Tammy was laughing. Then Tammy, in her side confessionals, if you ask me, was Evelyn genuine, I would say no. I would say she did it for publicity. I would say because she's not on TV, her show had just got canceled, so that was her way to get back into media, get back into the headlines, basically get back on the Basketball Wife show, and then people get interesting and started talking about her again, because she needs that money, basically. So anyways, I remember, like, Evelyn saying when she was talking to Shawnee earlier, the first part of the episode, that she don't really need to work or whatever, but she just want to work. She just want to get her name back out there, and she just want to, do things or whatever. That's what she was telling Shawnee. So Tammy kind of has a point where if she's thinking that, Evelyn did it to get her name back out there, to get the meme streets and the internet streets talking, basically, because Tammy says that Evelyn is not relevant. She's not relevant at all, basically. If you're not on TV, you're not relevant, basically, in the type of lane that Evelyn wants to be relevant in. So anyways, it is what it is. So, Tammy felt betrayed by Evelyn or whatever, and she goes, she's going to pull Evelyn's 100 card. She's not going to have her card anymore because she's fake, basically. And so then we meet up. We get to see Nick's young baby's mama. Her name is Akiana, whatever. She has 2 kids. She had 2 kids with Nick or whatever, and she felt hurt. She felt betrayed. Shawnee feels like she is the mediator and all this for everybody, basically, for all the ladies. and since she was with Shaquille O'Neal, that and how their relationship ended and happened, that all the ladies come to her for advice, and she has it. She tries to help as much as she can. So anyways, so we meet her, and she's talking about how things that happened with her and Nick Young, that they was in high school together, and basically when they was together when they had their first child. The second child, they wasn't together. She found out that he was with Iggy or whatever, and she didn't know about it. She found out about it through TMZ basically, and they both kind of knew about each other. Iggy wasn't stressing that Nick Young was still with his baby mama, and they was trading garage door openers and shit like that. And she was like, Nick Young was engaged to her, but when he was engaged to her and he was in a relationship with Iggy and all that other stuff, he was whispering sweet nothings in her ear. So she was like, so she fell for the okie doke. But now she's ready to get out. She's ready to mingle. She's tired of being a stay-at-home mom, and she wants to get out there basically, and she wants to stop being insecure about things in herself or whatever. And she was just saying, Nick, when the media was saying that Kiana, whatever, Nick Young's baby mother, was the side piece, and she was like, how can I be the side piece when I have both of his children, and it's not like you didn't know about me or whatever. And she felt like Nick Young should have defended her or whatever. But I know Nick Young is like, damn, she's on this show, like, word. So anyways, we get to the 70s party, and Jackie's dressed up like a pimp, and she has her hoe, which is, I think it's a white girl she had as a hoe, I don't know. So anyways, Evelyn walks in. Jackie and Evelyn hashes it. First, Evelyn walks in, and she tries to give Tammy a hug or a kiss or whatever and say hello. And then, Tammy was like, no, a hello would be fine or whatever. And she was like, we're not gonna start. And so then, Evelyn goes, so we're starting this early shade, right? And so, Tammy was like, there's no shade. It's a big fake if you try to kiss me and hug me and say hello when we ain't cool and we haven't talking for years. Basically, we don't bring that fakeness over here. Basically, that's what Tammy's saying. Because Tammy has a problem. Because Tammy believes that you've been around town dragging her good name through the streets. And it's time for her to make sure that you stop dragging her name. And basically apologize to her. Because that's what Tammy wants, is apology. Tammy has this big old afro on. I think the afro looks neat. I like her costume. I think Tammy had the best costume out of all the people. Evelyn had a nice costume as well, but it was way too much. But I wasn't born in the 70s, so I don't know if that was okay attire, but it looks like it was really overdone, way too much. So, and of course, Jackie's outfit was way too much. Shawnee, I don't even know what Shawnee had on. So anyways, Evelyn goes, I was just being classy. And then, Tammy goes, well, you think that in my book, we call that fake. And then, Evelyn says, well, that's in your book. And then Tammy says, no, that's in the world's book. That is fake, basically, or whatever. So then Jackie gets into it with Evelyn talking about, I just want to know, when you donated the money to my grandson, was you genuine or did you do it for shade, blase and a third? And she was like, my daughter don't need no help. She has a mother and she has a father. I've been taking care of her for 28 years, basically. So if you really wanted to use your money wisely, you should have donated to somebody else. Yeah, you can donate. You know what? Next time you feel like being generous, Evelyn, you can donate to me. You know what I'm saying? Donate to me. So anyways, Evelyn was like, she was like, well, she had a GoFundMe page and the child needed help and I'm charitable. So I just donated the money, just because, I felt like I was doing something good. I was helping. I always donate all the time. She was like, well, you not to donate to my daughters. And Evelyn says that, well, you can't tell me how to spend my money. Then in Evelyn's confessional, she's like, well, your daughter can come to you. She didn't ask you. You didn't fly down there to see your daughter, Jackie, you or Doug. And you didn't fly down there, you didn't see anything, you didn't care anything about it, so I took care of it, whatever. So then, Evelyn was like, you know what, I just did it because I'm a nice person and I just wanted to help out somebody, basically help her out, whatever. So then Jackie goes, well, okay, I can understand why you did it because you have a son too, so it must have felt on your heart, blah blah blah. So boom, they hashed that out. It's all good. So now, but Evelyn was like, yo, you left your grandson out there. You should have flew out there. You should have been there, yo. She shouldn't have had a GoFundMe page. You know, Evelyn, you can give me a GoFundMe page. So anyways, and then, Tammy's right on the other side of Jack, and like, look at this fake bitch thinking that she turned over a new leaf. She's fake. She's trying to put on this new persona or whatever. So anyways, it is what it is. So then, Evelyn and Tammy, they finally sit down, they talk, and Tammy was like, you've been running around town talking about me in these interviews, saying I was a bitch, saying that you don't want me in your space, you don't want nothing to do with me, that you have no respect for me, and all this other stuff. And then Evelyn goes, I don't believe I said that. I don't even think I said that. And so Tammy goes, well, there's proof. I have evidence. I can prove it. I'll get my receipts later, whatever. So Evelyn goes, well, I got a problem too. Well, I don't like the fact that, you put it out there to America that I was sleeping with a married man. And like, I don't want my name to be tarnished. I'm many things, but I'm not a person that goes after and sleep with married men. I'm not messy like that. I'm no mistress. I'm not this kind of stuff. And then Tammy goes, well, yes, you were, because he was married. But I don't really care about if he was married or not, but he was married. And so then that's when Evelyn replies back, well, didn't you file for divorce in 98? And then Tammy goes, no, I did not file for divorce in 98. And the reason why you're desperately trying to prove when I got divorced is because you don't want to be proven as to be a home wrecker like you are. And I don't, you know what I mean? So it's just like, okay. And she goes, no, you was not married. I didn't know he was married. And, but Tammy did give Evelyn out where when she said, I didn't care if you slept with him while I was married to him. That's not the issue. This is the other issue, that you keep saying that you don't sleep with married men, but you did, and you did these interviews. Basically, Tammy just wanted an apology. If she would apologize to her, it'd have been cool. So anyways, that did not happen. So then Tammy finally says, you know what? I filed for divorce in 98, so you did fuck with a married man. He was married, basically. And then on top of that, you tried to call me a non-factor in my marriage. I'm married to the man, and you're calling me a non-factor in my marriage. And then they do a side confessional, and Evelyn goes, you was a non-factor in the marriage. That's why he was with me, bitch. But she didn't call her a bitch, though. So it was funny. But you can see that. And so then, Evelyn's pointing her fingers, and she was like, well, I didn't know that he was married at the time. He didn't tell me. It's not like I did it on purpose or whatever. And then Tammy started to get close, like, you gonna punch your finger? And then that's when Shawnee gets in between them and push the finger down and say, hey, we need to come to some type of resolution and handle this out. But one thing Evelyn did say to Tammy was like, yo, I did not know that he was in marriage. I did not know he was married, my nigga. And so then Tammy goes, I'm not your nigga, motherfucker. Just because you fucking niggas don't mean you can call me a nigga. That's what Tammy is saying in her head. Them are her thoughts, right? So anyways, and Tammy does her confessionals, and she was like, yo, I hate bitches like her. They go around destroying marriages and destroying people's families and thinking it's all good, it's okay, basically. So I guess it is what it is. So anyways, I guess it is what it is. So anyways, Tammy and Shawnee, they meet up and they have a conversation, and they talk about Evelyn, basically. And Tammy pulls out a video, basically saying that this is the video that she was talking negative. In the video, I didn't hear Evelyn say anything negative. It's just said that I don't want to be negative towards her. I just don't have her in my life, basically. And so Shawnee brought up that fact too as well, that she didn't cuss her around, call her all them names, basically. So, but then Tammy goes, well, didn't she say last night that she never talked about me in an interview? I believe she did not say that. She said she never talked negative about you in an interview or whatever. So then, Tammy was like, you know what I mean? Like, she is a fucking hoe, because she's fucked 3 different guys from 3 different leagues, leagues association, and she's a motherfucking hoe. You know what I mean? That her pussy's been all ran up and down through. She's like 3 different men from 3 different sports That pussy's all ran up through, basically. That's what Tammy was saying. So we'll see what happens. We seen like previews for the next episode. I don't know why Jackie and Tammy's gonna get into it. I can understand why Malaysia, what is her friend, is gonna get into it with the other ladies. I can't even think of her name. I can't even think of Malaysia's best friend's name. Anyways, so it looks like it's gonna be LA against Miami, and it's gonna be some new friendships, and then there's gonna be some old friendship that clash. And it seems like people are holding Jackie back because Jackie's going after Tammy. And we know Jackie can't fight, so this should be interesting. Anyways, please like the video, subscribe to it. It's good to see Evelyn and Tammy finally hash this out, because the season cut off with them or whatever. So we'll see if they actually can be friends, forgive each other, and move forward, because they're both trying to have babies. So anyways, peace.